So Megan, go ahead. Hi, Megan.
Hi. Do you want to introduce yourself, Joyce, and then I'll talk about myself and my cards?
Sure. So welcome to our class number 2 for the Release Fear and Tap into Courage. Today we will be talking with Megan St. Marie again, and we'll be working through pulling 3 cards. And once we pull those 3 cards, we are going to dive into them just a bit deeper within our souls so that we can touch base on how we are observing life and how we can move through those limiting beliefs in our own souls. So that's where we're at with that right now. And we will begin with that. Then we'll lead into some tapping. We'll do some tapping work on those words also. And but we will be releasing some extra frustration and restlessness and different emotions also. And then we will be going into a guided meditation. So thank you for all coming and being here. And well, we worked out a few things online. So go ahead, Megan, and it's
Okay.
Megan St. Marie. Thank you.
Thank you for your patience. Yeah, so it'll be sort of 3 different segments, the cards, and then EFT, which is also known as tapping, and then the meditation. So I'm going to start with the cards. The cards are called Sacred Soul cards, and they came about from a trip I took to Italy. Years ago, I went to Italy on my honeymoon, and I fell in love with Venice. And then I told this quick story last week, but I'll let you know for new people. So I had had a conversation a couple of years ago with a friend of mine, and he had informed me that someone we both knew had passed away, and in a very short period of time. And I said, "Wow, what would you do if you had 6 weeks?" And he started talking about all his obligations, and I said, "You know what I'd do? I'd go to Italy because I'm really drawn to go back to Venice, and there's a calling." So it was just something that was in my heart. So I went there, took a lot of photos without an agenda, except for healing myself. And I came back and created this deck of cards. And so they are 41 cards. They're all photographic images that I took with words that came to me when I was either viewing the column itself, or later when I got the images developed and was looking at them, it was what kind of came through. So I designed them so that they would all be uplifting and inspirational, and to have them be beautiful, like a coffee table book that you could just leave out. And they're also designed so that you can pick one up and, use it as a prompt for the day or the week. Like, what do I want to work on this week? Or, oh, I want to have a conversation with someone about this, or I want to journal on this. So I chose 3 for today. And the first one is freedom, which is, this is in the Doge's Palace, which is in Venice. And the Doge was sort of like the mini king of Venice, I guess is what you would say. And this was in the palace. I was walking through this huge hall with all this amazing art. And I, being the kind of weirdo that I am, was squatting down and taking pictures of this, because what really interested me was the bars that were holding you in, and then looking through, you could see this stairway in marble going from one level to the other. And I love metaphor, and that appealed to me. And I could not understand why people looking at me squatting down were not squatting down to see the same cool thing I was seeing. So the card is freedom. It says, notice the bars and stairs. Some hold you back and some allow movement to new levels. This card asks if it is time to look at what has been holding you back from taking the next step. And what I would like you to do just in the moment right now is think about, when I read that out to you, is there something that immediately comes to you? What has been holding you back? And it may feel like an external thing, or it may be something you're getting in your own way. And then also, what do you want to have more of? Like, what would be at the top of that staircase? Would it be freedom? Would it of maybe choice of career? Would it be freedom of expression? You've been holding yourself back. What would that look like? And then just take a second to think about it. And then what would be, to expand on the metaphor, what would be the first step you would take in that? Would it be having a conversation with somebody? Would it be picking up the phone? Would it be reaching out and gathering information about a topic or something that you're interested in? So that is the first card, is freedom. And I'll let you think about it for just a second. And then the second card is shadow side. And this is, and I apologize for the reflection here. It's a little bit hard in the camera to not have it reflect. But I don't know if you've ever heard of the Bridge of Sighs. It's a pretty famous bridge in Venice. And this is actually one of the angles looking at it from inside the Doge's palace. Usually you stand out here and you see the shape of the bridge. And I was looking at it through a window and at the side, and I was really struck with all these carved faces, and each one is different. So the card is called shadow side. We all have a shadow side. It is the unhealed part of ourselves that can sabotage our desires and successes. Today, think about what you see as your shadow side. And I'll get personal for a minute. Yesterday, I was at the DMV with my daughter who's trying to get her driver's license. And we had waited 2 months to go take the exam. And we got there and they said, oh yeah, we don't do exams. You have to do it through an independent company. And we researched and they're more than a year out. So I was not my best self in the moment. I was very polite, but the stuff in my head was really frustrating. And I thought, oh yeah, my shadow side is to get really crabby, and I can get kind of in victim mode. I can get really reactionary, and so that's what I own as things, my shadow side. And so I guess I would ask, what qualities come out in you when you're kind of not being your best self, or what qualities come out when you're feeling really frustrated like I was, and you and it is that shadow side. And often it's things that we haven't really healed from childhood or at other times in our life. So just the first step is recognizing that, like, wow, I'm not showing up as my best self. That's interesting. What does that look like? Huh, okay, I wonder where that comes from, and just getting curious. So I guess this card would, I would ask you to get curious, because we all can own something if we're honest enough. Like, what's your least attractive attribute, and get curious about why it's there, and then just start recognizing it more. So that is shadow side.
Megan, can you tilt both cards a little bit this way also when you do it, so that we can see those again? Maybe take them a little, yeah.
This one's really, because of maybe it's not the contrast of light and dark. It's
there
harder.
You go. Yeah, thank you.
More, yeah.
Yeah, now you can see the faces.
Can you see the little faces on the side of the bridge? Yeah, thank you. It's hard to see because I'm this big on my screen right now, so it's hard to see. Okay, and the third one that I chose for today is actually the cover that I chose for the box. And it's called Choice, and it kind of reminds, it's in Venice in the main square, just a little portico over archway over one of the restaurants, and it caught my eye. I really love the sort of Grecian looking woman above it, and then also the it almost looks like a curtain. It is an awning. And that made me think a little bit about theater and about Shakespeare's quote, his talking about us being players on the stage of life. So this card is called Choice. You are here on the stage of life. What role are you currently playing? What role do you want to play? And what action can you take to make that happen? So I flunked a class in high school because I would not get up and do the oral exam at the end because I was afraid and I didn't want to be seen. And my counselor said, hey, you're going to get an F. And I said, I'll take an F. I'm not standing up in front of people. The last few years, I made the choice to go ahead and be seen. And I'm doing this. And writing poetry and speaking it in front of people and getting up on stage. And so that is something that I always sort of had a little niggling desire to do, but I was way too scared. And I sort of gave myself permission to slowly go into that, one step at a time. And thank you all, because you're here on my steps doing it. So that is a choice that I wanted to ramp up for my life. And I guess I'm asking you, like, where do you see yourself now? And if you really had that excitement that you have as a little kid, or, like, if you weren't afraid to do it, what choices would you want to make and where would you want to go? So that's the third card for today. And I invite you to take some time after the class and kind of expound on it if you want to do a little writing, or, call someone and have a conversation about it and be like, hey, this is what I notice my shadow side is, or this is, where I want to go. Could you help support me in that? And then again, Joyce and I can also help support you in that professionally as well. But get curious, and those are the themes for today. Thanks.
Okay, so as we're going to dive deeper into this, thank you, Megan, for sharing your beautiful art and the interpretations that you've had with it, and then also how we can all look into the freedom, the shadow side, and the choice that we have in every single step of our lives, and how do we apply that. And so we'll take that into tapping now. And what we're going to tap on, as if anyone had anything that came to mind with the freedom, just pull that in right now. What is it that you feel would be freedom in your own heart, your own soul, and how would you like to show up in the world differently, and as where you're not, and what does freedom represent for you? Just personally, we're just going to look at the personal level of some obstacle that you're going through, right?
And then, yeah. Joyce, sorry to interrupt. So there may be new people on the call that are not familiar with what tapping is.
Yep.
So if you could speak to that a little bit and educate us all, or remind us all.
Right. Okay. So we'll pull in freedom, the shadow side, and then we're going to pull in choice. So whatever you had come up for you, where you could see yourself obtaining freedom, tapping into your shadow side, something that is just like, wow, I get really grumpy, or I'm angry, or I get frustrated, or whatever that might be. So we'll go into frustration and restlessness and impatience with that. What is our shadow side and how do we show up with others? And then we'll go into the choice. And that choice is, we can stay in that shadow side and dive a little deeper and dive a little deeper, or we can transform that into the freedom that we'd like to have. So letting go of the fear to tap into that freedom. Okay, so we'll pull these together, and with our tapping, what we're going to do is basically it's EFT, and it's on acupressure points, and this is 5,000-year-old acupressure and acupuncture points on our bodies and our meridians. What we'll be doing is tapping on certain areas, and last week we were tapping under the eye. Today we'll be tapping on the eyebrow area and the collarbone. So we'll be doing eyebrow area, collarbone. And what we'll do is go through a series of releasing what it is that you really want to obtain. Where is your freedom?
I'm doing the old-fashioned hand raise because I noticed that someone has their hand raised. I'm wondering if it's a deeper question about the process.
Sure. Brian, do you want to go ahead and take care of that and ask what that might be?
I actually already have reached out in the chat and asked if they needed anything, and so far they haven't responded. So it may also be an accidental hand raise. So.
Wonderful. Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, so Megan, were there any other questions?
No, I just noticed that, and I just wanted to honor that if they had a question before we got going.
Okay, perfect. Okay, and let's see here. So depending on recording here, I'm trying to kind of manage that. But so on the EFT part of it, what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and start tapping up here. And Megan, go ahead and then you'll follow on. I do not know how to move the gallery. There we go.
Can you see me?
So, yeah.
Okay.
So welcome everyone, and now we'll just go ahead and step in. And again, if you do not want to be seen, let us know. So we're going to tap up here on the eyebrow area, even though in the past, and on the collarbone, I may have been frustrated or had fear. And up on the eyebrow again, and on the collarbone. The past is something I've experienced. And now I have the opportunity to look at it deeper. It's given me information. And I really value that information. Sometimes I feel grumpy, irritated, or angry. And that's okay. Sometimes I get really upset. But now I know how to transform that. If I look within, I know there's divine wisdom. If I get clear, I recognize my choice. So now I'm lifting up that knowledge. It's safe to release it. The past is the past. And it helped me get to this present moment. So I thank myself. I thank others. On the eyebrow, I thank others. I thank myself. On the collarbone. And I welcome this transformation now. We're going to go side of the hand. I value myself and the choices I've made. On the collarbone, I'm excited that I have the opportunity to make a new choice. Side of the hand, I now release that. And on the eyebrow, I now have a new freedom. On the collarbone, I release that. On the eyebrow, my new choices are flowing into me easily and effortlessly. And then just go ahead and close your eyes for a second. Open your eyes. Go ahead and tap into your heart area. And just breathe in. Hold it all the way. Let it out halfway. Let it out all the way. Breathe in. Hold it. Breathe out halfway. Breathe out all the way. Breathe in and let go. And as you're taking in that information, letting go of the past and tapping into the future, this is just an introduction of what tapping can do in a very short amount of time to recenter and rebalance what we know. So just go ahead and breathe that in, staying centered and balanced, and having the knowledge and wisdom coming in through you now. And we're going to tap one more time through a series on the eyebrow and on the collarbone and the center of the heart. And just really tune into your own soul knowledge. What is it that you're moving through personally right now that you're available and willing to let go of, to release the fear, and to tap into this new courage for something you'd like to obtain or do? So tapping on the eyebrows now. Even though in the past, there may have been emotions that held me back. On the collarbone, I deeply love and appreciate myself. I have the ability to transform negative information into positive information. On the eyebrow, I now welcome new knowledge and wisdom so I can feel balance and peace and harmony. Tapping on the collarbone, I integrate that easily and effortlessly now. Tapping on the eyebrow, I welcome the shadow side knowledge. Tapping on the collarbone to transform this and uplift this in a new way now. Center of the heart, breathing in that love, self-acceptance, letting go of the past, coming into the present moment, feeling that light, feeling the love, and the choice to step into that now. Because frustration is that. It's a different vibrational frequency. But harmony and balance feels in a different vibrational frequency. You feel freedom and peace, love, and you can share. So breathe that in now, and then we're going to go into a quick meditation. After, I'm going to go ahead and just breathe that in. Take in a deep breath, let it go. Taking in another deep breath. Hold it. Let it go halfway. Let it go all the way. And just shake out any extra tension, anything that may have held you back, knowing this was just an intro, but how it can shift and change the vibrational frequencies pretty quick. And then we're going to head into a meditation. If any of you have questions, we can ask quick questions. And Brian, you've got control over there, so let me know if there are any questions at all. And if not, then we'll go into meditation and we'll focus on bringing in that freedom at a deeper level, unconsciously and consciously, and integrating these sides of releasing even further. Okay, is there anything else? Okay. So if at any point you would like to get further information about tapping the Sacred Soul cards or any additional information in what we do in the different modalities also, you can join us at energyhealthclinic.com. And then you can also email us with any private questions also at info@energyhealthclinic.com. So we're going to go ahead and head into the meditation now. And we will hold that space for transitioning into your highest vibrational frequency today. So as we release fear and we tap into courage, what we're going to hold here today is letting go of that overall anxiety or irritation that has been coming up with so many shifts and changes and how we have to rapidly pivot in and out of different areas. So how we are doing and going forward in business, how we are going forward with our family lives, and how we're integrating so much change in such a short period, so that we're able to look at this as quantum timing and get excited about this and integrate with it as quickly as we can, rather than facing it with fear and putting our feet in the sand and the ground and saying, I can't handle this. Where are we going? How are we going to keep doing this? So just grounding and centering in that knowledge and balance today is where we will step into. So go ahead and close your eyes if you'd like to. Get into a rested position, something that will bring in calming energy to you, peace and healing, balance and harmony. And just go ahead and rest and relax now, bringing in your complete consciousness, and allowing yourself to drift and let go of all the stress that you may have had in the past. That this is the present moment, and we are here to feel the energies of peace and healing, love, light, compassion, gratitude, harmony, humility, flourishing, forgiveness, service, enlightenment, and overall balance within your body and being and your soul, the highest level. So as we integrate our energies, acknowledging old vibrations and frequencies, we now move into the higher frequencies that feed our souls at the level in which we can integrate the peace and the healing, integrating at that level at where we're comfortable and yet curious about the higher levels and frequencies that we can reach. So just imagine and pretend that you have no care in the world for the next minutes to integrate this. There's not one care right now other than integrating the energies of love, light, peace, calm, healing, courage, power, strength, the ability to integrate all that there is in perfect timing now. How important your breath is right now. Your light. How do you shine? How do you radiate? What do other people sense and feel around your light? How do you impact the world, your family, and your friends? Your divine illumination, just allowing that to be right now. So just be with that and feel that. Your divine light. Now, if you could shift and change that light to illuminate even brighter now, where would you shift it and change it to turn that amplification to feed your soul even higher now? Would you shift it in your feet area? Would you shift it near your abdomen? Would you shift it above the top of your head? Would you change anything at all? Or simply flip the switch and allow it to shine even brighter now? Knowing that negativity can't hang on to the frequency of this light, that just by amplifying it, it illuminates you even more. Pure light, pure love. And how forgiveness is easy when you're sitting in the light. So let go and allow yourself to radiate. Any tension and worry just going out the bottoms of your feet and leaving, not returning. Tapping into the courage and the strength, the clarity of mind, and the soul healing power within you now. Love and light and peace and healing. Acknowledging yourself that this process can happen moment by moment day by day, minute by minute. But it can happen in quantum timing now. The choice is yours, and you can shift now. So allow that. Allow this shift to see yourself perfect, whole, and complete, and radiating at your highest potential now. Because living in chaos is how we illuminate even further now. It may be something around you, but if you're illuminating your light, your love, your presence, your natural abilities to shine, it can be around you and yet be transformed. Divine knowledge, divine wisdom, divine clarity, divine peace, divine presence, divine light. And in your mind's eye, allow yourself to see your perfect and ideal life, your perfect and ideal business, your perfect and ideal relationships, your partners, your friends, your family, everyone we impact on a daily basis. See who you are surrounded by and elevate your conscious awareness to magnetize things in perfect and divine order, working harmoniously, and just feel the humor and the laughter in all we do. Life has obstacles and hurdles and challenges, but it's how we see them and feel them and move through them that matters. What we learn from it, how we apply it, and how we teach and help others. Each one of us impacts multiple people around us. And how do we want that vibration to continue to radiate out into the world right now? Stepping into your divine role, lifting up the love and the light, being and enjoying every minute as much as you can. So I invite you now to make any changes you'd like to your body and being, your awareness, how you show up in the world. And illuminate your soul even brighter now. Sending peace and healing to yourself. Healing the core issues in divine timing. And feeling the courage and knowing that it's possible to heal the past. And it's here now. Healing in quantum timing. Forgiving yourself, forgiving others, loving yourself even deeper now. So just image your perfect and ideal self, emotionally, mentally, physically, financially, spiritually, all aspects of your life. And just take a breath into that, moving into that, knowing you're supported, loved, and adored. Loving yourself unconditionally and knowing you are doing the best you can do, or you'd be doing it differently. Because you are a divine being here. And now is your time to shine. So you can see yourself feeling at peace, knowing you have all that you need right now. And open your mind and your awareness to receive. Receive what you need. And just relax into that now. See colors flowing in, inspiration, abundance, peace, healing, harmony, clarity, upliftment. Feel that. Know that. And when you're ready, fully integrated, allow yourself to call in any special healing, knowledge, or wisdom that you need. Personally, for each of you. Call in your divine miracle now, but accept that divine miracle. Remove the roadblocks of the past so that you can receive at a greater capacity. Let that wisdom flow through you. It's time to have fun and enjoy life, regardless of what is going on around us. We can still take time to rebalance and regenerate our entire bodies and beings. So feel that now. Integrated. living your life fully, having fun, adventuring in your mind or on the outside, and integrating both when you can. Absolutely loving life fully with your divine partners, business partners, friends, family, or the love of your life. Welcome them in fully, because now is the time. Now is the time for this change. It's time for love. It's time for light. It's time for healing. So again, integrate your bodies, your mind, your spirit, and your soul at the highest level, integrating your conscious awareness and your unconscious awareness to bring your perfect and ideal selves, abilities, and miracles you'd love to create in your life. See yourselves illuminating your highest truth. And when you're ready, remember, you can always reconnect with ease and grace, love and light. You can step into this amazing life. And you are, right now, fully integrated, fully aware, accepting you for who you are. Coming back, fully integrated, aligned, feeling peace and harmony, balance and awareness, strength and courage, divine knowledge. Coming back to this place and this class and knowing your full truth. And if there's anyone that would like to share or communicate anything that came up for them, how they're integrating, Brienne, you can go ahead and unmute anyone that might like to share, or go ahead and unmute yourself and Brienne can.
I would like to share.
Sure.
Oh my goodness. Like, I did not want to come back. That was the most amazing, loving, like calming meditation and space. And I kept like reminding myself that I needed I needed to come back and pay attention of like what I was also doing. And so it's just so interesting. Those cards are beautiful, but the three that were chosen today are so on point for what's happening in my life today. And I'm just so grateful for this class. Like, wow, how powerful. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, Megan, would you like to?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, um, it's sort of hard to go wrong with any card I pick because they're all uplifting, and I designed them from my heart, and they're such um, a a joyful expression of me. But yeah, there was sort of a rhythm to these 4 weeks and why I chose those cards. So I'm glad that they brought things up for you.
Thank you, Fran. Thank you, Megan. Was there any?
Mute?
Yeah, go ahead.
Are we unmuted?
Yes, you sure are. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I was turned on to this by my brother Guy, so not totally unfamiliar with your platform here, but I like what I heard and saw on meditation. I am familiar with. How many cards are in your set?
It ended up being 41, and it's not that that's a magic number. It's that when I was going to printing and figuring out box design and things, that's what came up for me. I took over 800 images, and so I've got enough to do more decks later, but this is just what felt good. I wanted, like when you hold them in your hand, this amount of cards and the size. So that's sort of how I came up with the amount. And then one of the cards, the 42nd card, has a little story about the impetus of this and what really, I didn't go into it today, but I did go to Venice and then I took the train to Rome. And when I was in Rome, I really had this profound experience in the Roman Forum where I recognized how critical our intuition is. And when I came home, that was part of what came to me. It was sort of at 4 o'clock in the morning, I awoken with this epiphany that I needed to create these cards. And it was really based around intuition and how it's sort of our sacred duty to take care of our intuition. And that's really our connection with our higher self and I think with the universe. And so all these cards are sort of based on that premise. So yeah, there are 41.
Okay, what was the name of your guys' site again? I should have wrote it down. I can't remember anything anymore.
Sure. Well, Megan has her own site in addition, but energyhealthclinic.com is where we're both at. And then Megan has sacredsoulcards.com also. Correct, Megan? Go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Yeah. Okay.
So Joyce, we didn't really explain it, but Joyce created Energy Health Clinic, and it is, so I'm a life coach with Energy Health Clinic. I also have my own site, and then I sell the Sacred Soul cards, and I use these with clients, or we don't have to use the cards, but either way. And then Joyce is a life coach as well as having a lot of expertise and in many different healing modalities. So she created the Energy Health Clinic to bring in different practitioners. So it's almost like one-stop shopping for energy health. And so that we didn't really go into that, but if you go to the website, that might be, you might have a little clearer understanding of that.
And I did go ahead and put that in the chat box so you guys can copy and paste the links to their websites for your guys' convenience.
And then Brian, when there's a replay, does the chat box show up on the replay or not? Do you happen to know that?
It doesn't.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So maybe at the end, we'll need to make sure that we repeat each of your websites so anybody who watches can make sure they get that down too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Are there any other questions or comments?
I don't have a question, but I just wanted to comment that thank you so much to both of you and for the creating community. It was a beautiful meditation, right on point for me, and the freedom, the shadow, and the choice are all really up for me right now, and working through this kind of a potent day and potent month for me. So thank you, Megan and Joyce, and Brianne for being, behind the scenes. That's also great. Right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's great to see you here. Thank you. Thank you. So I just have to say this. So happy birthday, Kirsten. Happy birthday. It's a great day for you. This is
Thank you.
transformation right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for joining us on your birthday. Thank you. So we'll probably close up here in just 2 minutes or so. Again, like Megan said, we do have the Energy Health Clinic. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, this is Maria Luisa. I was wondering if we could get the recording of the class. I was driving and I was missing a lot of pieces. Yeah.
Yes, it'll be posted on YouTube as well. Yes.
Oh, okay. And what would be the name of it?
It's under Energy Health Clinic. So when you're on
okay.
YouTube, under Energy Health Clinic. And then also, if you go ahead and sign up with your email or send us a message at info@energyhealthclinic.com, then I can go ahead and we can get that video over to you that way as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I really like it.
Oh,
Thanks.
thank you. Thanks for joining us. It's fabulous to have you.
How often do you have this class?
Right now, we're doing them every week on Wednesdays at 12 Pacific Standard, at 1 p.m. Mountain, 3 p.m. Eastern. And it's just a series of 4 that we're doing in this moment on releasing the fear, tapping into courage. So the next series, we're unsure which one that will be, but we will be offering classes and workshops, and we're always available in those ways too, personally.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
Very interesting.
And in terms of the posting it up on YouTube and things, if you do want a copy, we can shoot you one quicker, but we'll guarantee it'll be up on YouTube by 48 hours, 24 to 48 hours probably.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, sure, we can make that happen. We can do quantum timing. We can make it happen quicker. I love it. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. And then feel free to join us on Wednesdays for these free classes and introductions. And any other questions you might have or comments?
And Joyce, if anyone did want to honor or donate anything today, I did put a donation place in the chat box as well.
Oh,
so I just wanted to share.
Thank
welcome.
you so much. Thank you. And then, and yep, feel free to email us with any questions also. So.
Joyce, I wanted to just say thank you. I haven't done tapping for a while, and I'm always surprised at how calm my body gets. Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
And do you have anything, Megan?
I don't. Thank you all for showing up. It was fun. And that's sort of our intention, is always to educate and have fun and share and be in service. And I feel like maybe it wasn't as funny this week, but we accomplished it all. I mean, so yay. Thank you guys.
We'll try and make it a little lighter next time.
See you next Wednesday.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. You guys have a great night. Thank you. Happy birthday.
You too.
Happy birthday, Kirsten.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Talk to you soon, Megan.
Okay, bye, Guy. Thanks for coming. And Tyra, I think it's right, Tyra?
Yeah, it was awesome. I'm glad I was here. Thank you.
I'm glad you could join us. Yeah, very cool. All
Thank
right.
you.
See you next week, Guy.
Yep.